pimps. Crying emojis in the chat. Oh my lord, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with yet another video. And yeah, that's right, sadly, Doody has to talk about the same subject again for the umpteenth time. But I feel like it's my obligation to talk about it since Phil can't keep his mouth shut and continues bringing me up in his boring conversation. If you don't know what Doody's talking about, apparently our boy Phil again talked about LulSuits. That's right, not lawsuits, LulSuits. Against the Detractors, and he mainly focused on, of course, your boy Doody, Raw Phil, Memeology, some of the bigger content creators. And the funny thing that you're going to watch in this clip from yesterday's podcast is he keeps moving the goalposts, as Phil likes to say. And what he doesn't realize is he sounds completely ridiculous and stupid. Like he literally doesn't know what he's talking about. He's treating these matters as if they're criminal cases. Like, you know, they're up there. You know, the Detractors and trolling of Phil's content and restreaming are essentially on the same level as Murder One, homicide. You know, any of those huge criminal charges. That's right, our boy Phil equates us to that, and it's just pathetic. This just goes back to the days where he ended up getting swatted that one time, and he was ranting and raving about the Detractors and saying that if you ever watched This Is How You Don't Play, you're complicit, you're just as bad as those criminals. And just pure nonsense. So of course our boy Phil decided to waste 6 minutes talking about Detractors and how he has every legal right to sue someone. Sadly, I didn't win the lotto last night, so I couldn't fulfill Phil's wet dream about suing Detractors. But we'll try again on Saturday. I think the Powerball is no one won it, so the Powerball is up to like 300 million or something. And we'll try again on Saturday. Maybe we can get, maybe we can fulfill Phil's fantasy. So let's watch this real quick. Got a lot to say. We may not watch the whole thing, but of course, here's Phil talking about shit that he has no clue. He has no clue what he's talking about.
People on the internet that are absolutely, positively, completely obsessed with me. They won't leave me alone. They won't stop harassing myself, my family members, my viewers, my fans, my moderators. Anyone associated with me in any remote way gets harassed by these people. Okay.
Well, first of all, I want to stop there because what he's doing now here is he's linking malicious trolls. Now, people that swat him, that break into his bank account, those are malicious trolls, okay? There's a difference with a malicious troll versus a detractor, versus someone who watches videos, who comments videos, who restreams Phil, who clips his content. There's a huge difference there, Phil. And you're trying to blur the lines and tie everyone into the same. You're trying to put everyone in the same bucket, which you can't do that, Phil. You can't say that that all trolls and detractors are the same. It just isn't. The mere fact that I'm doing a video commentary style video over your clip right now, right, is perfectly fine. If I criticize you, if I make fun of you, whatever, those are all legally perfectly well to do, Phil. Okay? And even restreaming you with a slight overlay and doing commentary or whatever, or engaging chat, there have been multiple lawsuits, Phil, that have shown that is legal. That does fall within that makes it transformative, and it makes it perfectly legal. Now, if you want to argue that, Phil, you knock yourself out. But there are plenty, and again, the law isn't settled, so I can't say 100% definite that I'm right when I'm stating here. But I can point to lawsuits and judgments that show that, what we do is transformative. It is. It's transformative. Okay. Now, to the thing where you love to lump detractors and malicious trolls together, you have no leg to stand on that because you have literally no proof whatsoever that I've ever done anything malicious to you. What have I ever done malicious to you? Report that you spend X amount of money on WWE champions. You said you played WWE champions. So me creating a video with my opinion, with some factual information that can be easily calculated, that's perfectly legally fine, Phil. That's not breaking the law. That's not committing a criminal act. What Raw Phil does is not a criminal act. Now, if you want to sue them, right, because of copyright issues, that isn't a criminal situation, Phil. That's a civil case. Again, you keep mixing trolls, malicious trolls, and detractors together, and you keep mixing criminal and civil cases together, which is your big mistake. You can't sit here and claim that all of the detractors and the trolls are all malicious and criminal when it's not factually correct. You are slandering and defaming people. You are. Now, if you want to have this little argument about who has legal right to sue who, based on what you are saying, Phil, that the mere fact that I'm criticizing you, that I'm putting out statements that are hurting you and your business, that you have every legal right to sue me, then based on your definition, I have every legal right to sue you, right, Phil? I have every legal right because you're defaming me, you're calling me out, you've actually wished that I was Minecrafted. I mean, you've actually done more malicious shit to me than I've ever done to you. So again, Phil, I caution you, stop lumping everyone in the same boat. Not all detractors are malicious trolls, okay, Phil? So you really need to stop. But again, this goes back to the days where he was swatted, and he tried to link those idiots that swatted him. He tried to link them with the same very people that may have watched This Is How You Don't Play. If you watch This Is How You Don't Play, you're just as bad and criminally liable as the person that swatted him. That's what Phil said back then. And that's his little tactic now. He's trying to make it seem like, again, all the detractors and trolls are committing crimes. No one is committing a crime here, Phil. Yeah, years ago you had idiots that were fucking with your life and doing shit. Yeah, that could be considered a criminal case. Even the Comcast employee, that's not a criminal matter, Phil. That's a civil case. If you wanted to go ahead and sue Comcast, you should have went ahead and sued Comcast because you had a legal right to do that. I'm not sure if you would have won or what you would have gotten out of it. But again, that was someone that did something malicious to you, but it wasn't a criminal case. It was a civil matter, Phil. Okay? It wasn't like they went into your house and burned your house down, Phil. They were fucking with your internet because they were a Comcast employee. Again, Phil, you need to really stop this bullshit. Because every time you do this, where you mix trolls and detractors in the same bucket, I'm going to call you out. So let's keep going.
And so you might say, well, if this is the case, do they ever actually break the law? Yes. Literally on a daily basis, they break the law. They have done heinous things.
Okay, right there again, he said that on a daily basis, detractors and trolls are breaking the law, and he's going to give you examples of how they broke the law. He's going to give you 2 old ass examples that happened once.
They have impersonated me and committed identity theft to hurt me, and many things behind the scenes. You guys don't even know. That's a pretty good one. I like that animation.
That was one person that took your bank leaks, Phil. One person. That wasn't the whole detractor troll community. That one person who committed that offense.
It got my attention. They have, not even just doxed me, but swatted me. They have committed mass.
You doxed yourself, Phil. Everyone knows that you doxed yourself. The person that swatted you, yes, they committed a criminal crime. That one person that swatted you should have been arrested and went to jail.
Copyright abuse. They have committed.
Copyright abuse is not a criminal matter, Phil. Copyright abuse is a civil matter, Phil.
Well, just to give you an example, right now, is there someone live rebroadcasting me right now? That's illegal. Not even exaggerating. I wish it would.
Okay, Phil, it's not illegal. It isn't, you idiot. Now, if you want to argue semantics and say that they're using your copyrighted material, which it's not copyrighted, they're using your trademark, which nothing you have is trademark or branded, right? But they're just using your content. If you feel strong enough that that's the case and you have legal precedent or a legal right to do it, then go ahead and sue them in court. But again, it's a civil matter, Phil. This is not a criminal matter. Stop trying to lump everyone in the same boat. No one's committing a crime against you, you fucking idiot. And this is why people point at you and laugh at you, because you do shit like this. You wanna combine someone who swatted you, who committed a criminal act, versus someone restreaming you. You lose all credibility, Phil, when you do that.
Live broadcasting something like this without opportunity for the original creator to get viewership before you're rebroadcasting it is illegal. 100%. It's not even defendable in court. You cannot live rebroadcast someone without explicit permission. It's illegal.
Bro, dude, all you have to do is a Google search, Phil. All you have to simply do is a Google search where this fucking thing has come up over and over again, where people have rebroadcast people's content or taken large clips of people's content without any commentary, and because they modified it or tweaked it, it falls within the legal bounds of transformative work. For example, I take your clips and provide commentary over it. That's transformative. I take your clips and I add a new background, I make it funny, and I'm telling a story. That is transformative, Phil. No one is stealing your fucking content. All right? And again, it's not stealing your content. This isn't a criminal matter, Phil. This is a civil matter. If you really want to go there, it's a civil matter. But again, Phil needs to make the crime worse because he's trying to make detractors and trolls worse than him. This is the logic of, well, yeah, I might be a scumbag, but these group of people are bigger scumbags, so you should hate them more. Even if that's true, where trolls and detractors are bigger scumbags than you, you're still a scumbag. That doesn't change the fact that you are a scumbag.
Illegal. It's a violation of copyright. So anyone who's live broadcasting me right now is breaking the law. Now, the thing is, so many people allow it and let it go, Now,
yeah, so many people allow it. That's right. Apparently, Phil forgets that Google was sued almost into oblivion because they allowed No, Phil. That's the reason why they have the current copyright system in place now that allows people to abuse it inappropriately, Phil. And you of all people know that. You of all people know that. You and your mutt superhound who went around for years copy striking people, channels inappropriately. And every single one of them were turned around, they beat you, and they got their channel backs, and those videos are back on stream, Phil. Just like myself. Your little mutt channel struck me how many times? I've counted over like 300 or 400 times. And every single time I managed to beat it and get my videos and my channel back without any issues, Phil. So again, you're wrong.
Reality, is it a big deal? Well, yes and no. Here's the thing.
Well, yes and no. No, it's not a big fucking deal. Yeah, you get harassed, you get trolling. If shit rises to the matter of a criminal offense like swatting or people stealing your information, then yeah, I agree with you. That shit is scummy. But people restreaming you and clipping your content, that's not a criminal act, you fucking moron.
Resilient. I've been around for 16 years. For about 10 of those years, I have been known as the heinous villain of the internet that everyone hates and turned into a joke.
Yeah, we call you Pig Roach, Phil.
It was only until 6 or 7 months ago that changed a little bit, and I am seeing a lot more positivity thrown my way. But, yeah, these people don't care. They break the law because they benefit from it. Let's make no bones about it here. The reason that these people do it is because they make money and they get popularity off of it, okay? That's why. And they don't care that they are literally grooming. I'm going to repeat myself. They are grooming an entire group of antisocial sociopaths on the internet who think it's okay to harm others that they don't like or are programmed or brainwashed to not like by this kind of content creation.
Okay, I'm going to stop you here because this is probably the worst allegation here. Because what Phil is doing now is he's using a term that's associated with PDF stuff, PDFs. And that's what he's doing. He's trying to associate detractors and trolls that troll him and detract on him as PDF groomers. When you hear the word groomer, what do you think about? You think about Phil. If you're a DSP detractor, you think about Phil and Panda Lee, right? How many times have people called Phil a groomer because he snuck into the DMs of a minor, of a 17-year-old, right? That's what the narrative is, right, Phil? That's what the narrative. So what he's doing here is he's trying to turn the tables and make it seem like I'm not the groomer. The detractors are groomers. Why? Because they're grooming a population of YouTubers and viewers to brainwash them. Really, Phil? Really? Is that what you're really saying? And I love that you're using those choice words because there are plenty of other words you could have used instead of grooming, Phil. Okay? I see what you're trying to do there and it's not working, okay? The only one in this situation here, Phil, who's been caught lying and had to confess about, say, WWE champions is you. The only one who has a history of dating women severely much younger than them is you. Not me, not other trolls or detractors. So again, this is Phil trying to turn around the narrative about him and make it about the detractors and the trolls. And it's pretty fucking scummy that he actually would do that using this word. You can choose a whole bunch of different words, Phil, and you decided to choose this one. And I'm calling you out for being a scumbag.
Okay? It is my personal opinion, this kind of content creation should be purged from the internet. Anyone who is...
Oh, so now he's stating opinion. Okay. All right. So, Phil, everything you said here in this spiel is opinion. This is all your opinion, Phil. None of it is factual. So every time you come out and said it's a fact, no, it isn't, Phil. It's a fucking opinion. Everything you just said here in this 6 minutes of time you wasted is a fucking opinion, Phil. All right? So you better be careful. You really better be careful, because you may not have the means to sue someone, but buddy, and don't take this as I'm suing you or whatever, but other people do. And those other people, let's just say, is myself, okay? You know, so you keep on with your bullshit. One of these days you might piss me off enough that you know, maybe just to like you say, you know, you go on in this video to say that they better hope one day you don't hit the lottery, because you would sue them on principle, not even for the money. Okay, Phil, you really want to play that fucking game? Well, just to let you know, I got lucky in life. I'm pretty well-to-do, and you know that, Phil. You know that I'm well-to-do, right? And one of the nice benefits of being well-to-do is I actually have family members who are lawyers, aka a brother that's a lawyer. So legal fees wouldn't cost me nothing, okay? So if you want to play this little game here, Phil, where you want to threaten people, you want to say, well, you know, you better watch out because if I hit the lotto, then I'm going to just sue you for shits and giggles. You never know, Phil. You never know. I'm a pretty passive, nice guy. I am, and this is entertainment for me. Most of it is entertainment for me. But you never know, Phil. There might be one day where you do something very egregious, and that might change, okay? So take that as you will. You want to take it as a threat? Knock yourself out. If you want to, go ahead. Do whatever you want to do with it, Phil. I'm just putting it out there, all right? And if you deem... and again, Phil, I'm not super crazy. I'm not the one. I'm not super crazy. I don't have to go ask people for money to do a lawsuit. I have resources, okay? I just deem to choose not to do it because, again, this is dark side Phil. This is trolling a 42-year-old Lolcow, and I have way better things to do. And again, I don't go around like you threatening people about lawsuits, Phil, okay? So this is what I suggest you do. I suggest you just shut up and just keep making your content, because trolls aren't going to go away. They're never going to go away. Even if I were to go away or Raw Phil were to go away, there would be a dozen more detractors that would just come on the scene and take the mantle, and so on. And that's been the same thing for over 10 years. And it's never going to change until you decide or you get pushed off the internet. Okay, Phil? So live within those parameters. And if you don't like it, tough shit. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.